Today, we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars ATTE from 2022, I think. I don't know. It's the newest one. The one that came out semi-recently that I believe you can still get from many places. It is a larger set retailing for, I believe it was 140 Canadian. It might have been more than that. I'm not sure how much a set actually was. And no, it's over $100, though. It's expensive set. Comes with a fair few minifigures, and this was the beginning of the great LEGO Star Wars community debate of clone troopers with helmet holes. I'm on the side of it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Personal opinion, it's not that big of a deal. I've seen people go out of their way saying this is the worst thing that happened since I don't know. There's many things I could say, but I don't think I can say them on YouTube as far as disasters that have happened. The worst thing since the Hindenburg. You know what? We'll go with that one. There's other ones that have come to mind, but I'm not going to say them. But this is the set. Don't mind these charts back here. It's just how I have it on the shelf. And it is an ATTE. It is a large boy, six-legged thing. It does have like a suspension to it, which is pretty good. The feet kind of can move around and everything like that. Looks good. That's from the side. From the front, it's going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to have to pull the camera back because it is long. This guy does not come with the set. He does not come with it. He is in there as a placeholder. That, I just didn't get rid of. I forgot to get rid of him, if I'm being honest. He's in there, though. You can fit one minifig up there, which just to show it. That's how you get it in and out. One trooper on this little chair. Has some little handles in there to hang on to. This is just one from that battle pack from last year. The one the came with the droids and, you know, spider droid, things like that. That guy. Nothing too crazy. And I mean, the set itself, very nice and large set. It does have a couple interior features to it, which are pretty easily accessible. Nope, that's all messed up too. What do you know? And we'll get our nice little view in there. And looking inside, it's kind of a small place. It's not anything crazy. There is a weapons rack with a pistol and a normal blaster. And then there's this crate, which, if I'm not mistaken, has thermal detonators. Yes, these are removable. They're modular. There's another thing in the back. I think that one's the one thing, though. Let's see here. I'm just cracking it open. But as we can see, there's a little wrench. There's two seats in there for whoever you want to put in there. There's actually binoculars in this container. Up top, we have a singular cannon. It does have the typical shooters on the side. They're empty. They work exactly per usual. I don't think there's any studs lying around, which is actually, one second, there's a cannon right here. Nope, I lost it. That sucks. Oh, well. Either way, typical shooters. It does have the cannon, which is pretty long. It can go up and down. Of course, this rotates around. And the trooper up here, which is a clone gunner, is not strapped in at all, actually. He literally just sits there. That's where he sits. There's no studs to hold him in place. He just sits up there, which, honestly, a bit of a design flaw, because if you do go too crazy with it, he will fall out. He will. It's just inevitable. Another thing on the top is this carry handle, which they have been giving to these larger play sets as of late. Pretty sturdy, right in the middle, so it's a really good point to grab it from. Pretty good. I mean, we can pull it back out again. You can see the sticker details. Yes, stickers. Of course, there's stickers. It's LEGO. They don't print anything. Hi, Guzzle. He fell over. Yeah, we have these panels here with stickers. These ones back here. These ones up here. I believe these are even stickered, if I'm not mistaken, because that looks a little off-centered. Yeah, it is. I can feel the part of it. But there's obviously one more area on this thing that does open up, because this thing wouldn't be a troop carrier if it didn't have the troops. Now, one of these guys isn't included, unfortunately. You get one. You get 3 regular guys, and you get that. The guy with the binocs as well, that came with the 501st Battle Pack, like the little gun. And there's a little specialty guy over there. We'll look at it when we get to the minifigs, but you can seat 5 minifigs back here pretty comfortably. There's also this little console here, which if we pull down on it, you can see, kind of. There it is, little console for the rear cannons. Looks pretty good. Again, little modular thing in the back. Over here, it's actually fallen over. Unfortunately, you can see Commander Cody a little bit better in there. But this is what I was talking about, the little rack with the thermal detonators. There it is. Pretty nice. And I mean, overall, the ATTE does look really, really cool. But we do have another small build. And said small build is a spider droid, or dwarf spider droid. These little guys, which were in episode 3, which weren't at this scene, apparently. There was the crab droids, but these guys weren't actually there. They're from another scene entirely, which I don't care. Personally, I just don't care. I know it's supposed to be from Utapau, and it's all that jazz, and it's supposed to be accurate. I just don't care enough, honestly. I just don't care. You get a little spider droid. That's cool. He has a little up and down on the turret and everything. His eyes move, his legs have some articulation to them. They're fine. They're cool. I mean, it's okay. It's not like it's the greatest thing. They basically threw it in as a little side build. So, what's a couple pieces here? It's like 40 pieces, maybe. Just put together into this little guy. And it's okay, you know? It's something for this thing to fight. It will destroy it, but that's okay. That is okay. But let's just get to the minifigs that are included with this set. Not the extra guys that you've seen within. So for minifigures included with this set, you do get 5 actual and then the battle droids, which I count. I don't care. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 2 and not 1. I could almost swear there was 2 with this set. So I'm going to make it 2. There might only be 1. Again, this is an older set. I've had it for a little while. I don't have the box anymore. And as far as it goes, I mean, for minifigs, 3 of them are the exact same. The only difference being the gun-on one is one of the smaller ones instead of the larger ones. You get the Clone Gunner, and you get Commander Cody. He was the big deal of this set. Was Phase 2 Commander Cody? Holy moly. As far as it goes with them, the Gunner, he's probably my favorite, actually. I really like him. He's not as generic. Has some wear and tear on that helmet there. Looks really nice. The back looks pretty good. Head is your generic clone head. No difference. The most things, it's just the chest, really, and the helmet that are different. I love the helmet because it has all the wear and tear. I think it looks really cool. I've always liked the Clone Gunners, and I kind of like the Phase 2 Gunners a lot. And then we have the Phase 2 212th Trooper, which was pretty common for the year. The extra one I had was from the Advent calendar, if I'm not mistaken. So that's where that came from. And, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, some people, again, don't really like it. It's whatever. I don't mind it. Apparently the markings are inaccurate. I again, don't care. It's a 212th Trooper. I can tell it's a 212th Trooper. I just don't care enough. I just can't be bothered to care. And you have some nice little weathering on the helmet and on the armor. Again, it's meant to be the movie versions. The Clone Wars ones are a lot more, you know, they don't have, like, the dings and stuff on the armor. Again, very generic clone head. Nothing different. And he is the same. We then have battle droids, which have been the same since the year of 1999, other than them making that arm. Yeah, you probably have a million of them. I have a million of them. I bought 3 of that Clone Battle Pack, so I have a ton of them, plus they come with, like, every Clone Wars set available. And then this was the big score of the set, which was Commander Cody. And his main difference is he has orange arms opposed to the white arms, which a little weird, I guess, considering... See, I say as of late because the Rex and the 5s actually have arm printing for their armor, but Rex is lifted from the UCS Venator, and, well, 5s is a 75th, a 25th anniversary figure, so they put a lot into him. As far as it goes for Cody, I mean, he looks good. I mean, does have his little jetpack back there. Yes, that's a jetpack. Does have the gray on the armor there. Looks pretty good. The helmet looks good. The thing that's funny about the helmet, though, is if you remove the visor, the only bit of orange is down there on the chin. Otherwise, it has the kind of brown markings of the Clone Gunner. And that's pretty much it. He actually does have a unique head, though. He's a little more angry looking, and he has that scar. So that's nice. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the clone helmet boils. It's been talked about to death. as I said earlier, I don't care. I just don't care. It's not a big deal. Lego and Star Wars fans coming together to nitpick something is like the end of the world. It's apparently this is the worst thing ever to happen. Again, like I said, it's one of the most terrible events in the history of the world, that there's some holes on the side of the helmet. They're not bad from the front. I don't care about them from the side. The Mandalorian helmets have the same thing. But the main critique is the fact that they're supposed to be where these little circles are, which, yes, they are. But if they were there, then the visor piece wouldn't work, because this helmet mold was created for Commander Cody. Oh. So that kind of leaves me at the point of, why didn't they just, make a unique Commander Cody helmet mold with the holes? And then they just said, let's just keep going with everybody. So yeah, there's people that make new molded helmets, and again, it's not worth it, in my opinion, to go out and buy different helmets. They're perfectly fine. They still look like clone troopers. It's not like they look awful. They don't. Some people think they do, but I don't see it. Genuinely, it's just such a nitpick, and it's not a big deal. It really isn't. That's my take on it. Again, I might be on the bad guy side, but I think people overreact to it. Again, one person opens their mouth and says, oh, hey, it's a big deal, and everyone runs with it. You know who I'm talking about if you're in the LEGO Star Wars. You know who it is. Am I a fan of them? A little bit, but at the same time, I do think they complain a little too much. I'm not going to say who, but that is the minifigs for this set, which are really good. And overall, let's just talk about the set. And I think, just to bring it back in here, it's flying on in. See you later, minifigs. It's a good set. It is a really nice set. There's no issues, really, with the actual build. It was a fun build when I did build it. It was really nice. It's easy. It's nothing hard. It's a great little toy set, really, just for the troop carrier aspect. You can hold 7 clones in it. That's awesome. That's great. Again, people say the old one, I don't care. I just don't care. The old one's super expensive now. Realistically, you're probably going to end up with this one, not the old one. This one's going to be cheaper than the old one in every regard. The sturdiness of this is going to be 10 times better. As a build, it's better. Again, you might say something about the minifigs, but again, I don't care about those helmet holes, and I don't think anyone really should. Again, but it's LEGO, they should do their best. I don't care. No toy company is going to do their best. They're going to do what they think is best for their pockets. That's just how that works. That's how it works for every toy company ever. And as far as it goes for the set, it is a great set. Again, minifigs, there's not really much they missed. They barely didn't miss. You get 5 clones. That's really good. Again, one of them has to pilot the thing, though, which, again, I have a white shiny clone up in the front. He's just there as a fill-in, really. But that's really it for this thing, and I think that this set is really good. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. There's not much wrong. There's nothing. There's literally nothing I can think of, maybe other than the seat up here not having studs to hold in the gunner. That's it. It has everything I want out of an ATTE. I think it's great. The minifigs are great, and the little dwarf spider, he's just here too. He's a nice guy. Just going to throw him up there. Great set. Wholeheartedly recommend. And this has been my review of the LEGO Star Wars ATTE. This has been Elite signing out.